Hey guys, so first I just want to start off by responding to Rachel's video. I watched her video and I really enjoyed learning about how, STEM is extremely important in our schools, and we all know that and we all agree with that, but it's also important to make sure that we're still integrating social studies and civics and government into our instructional time, because if not, then students aren't getting the foundational skills that they need to become really good citizens, once they grow up. And I really liked the second tweet that Rachel found, where the students actually use the STEM or STEAM. We have STEAM in my clinical classroom this semester, but to create their own wagon. So that was a great way to integrate social studies and the subject matter that they were talking about in social studies into their STEM curriculum, where students could actually, get that hands-on foundational skill to build and visually see what wagons look like in the time that they're talking about. And so now I'm going to start talking about my tweets. As you can see on my screen, this was the very first tweet that I found, and it's a 60-second strategy. And it's basically just a really simple way to get your students back focused and calm and ready to learn after, being outside for recess or going out for lunch, or being an activity where students haven't been in the classroom, or even where students have been in the classroom but have maybe been doing work for like hours on end and they need a break. And so they're starting to get wound up and not listening anymore. All you have to do is stop and take this 60-second meditation strategy, is what it is, and the students will basically just lay down on the floor. You can have them sit down, lay down, you can have them do it however way you want, and they just meditate. They breathe in and out, they think about their day, they just take a moment to stop, to calm down, and to refocus on their work ahead. And I just think if we focus more on the students and helping them focus back in and not having them do work all day long and giving them good breaks and using Go Noodle and things like that, our students would want to learn a lot more because they're going to be refocused. So the second tweet that I saw, it was where these students created a storyboard, and as you can see on the tweet, it says of the War of 1812. And they use the app called Canva, and I have no experience with that app, but from the video that I watched, which is what this tweet was, the students were going through and using this app to create a storyboard based on the War of 1812. And so I just thought this was a great way to integrate technology into this subject matter, and then it just gives students the differentiation piece that, we're always talking about, because they can choose their own parts of the war, or their own battles, or their own things that they feel is important to integrate into their storyboard. And not every storyboard is going to be the same. And then finally, my last tweet is about integrating music into the classroom. And so that's one of my classes that I'm taking this semester, is fine arts integration. And so we're talking about how we can integrate the fine arts into the classroom. And so when I saw this tweet, I automatically thought, oh my goodness, this is a wonderful tweet, because not only are you going to integrate your historical content that you're talking about in your classroom, but you're going to integrate fine arts, because this tweet is talking about the subject matter that you're talking about in social studies that day, looking up a playlist or creating a playlist of songs or music, either from that decade or about that decade or about that historical content matter, anything like that, and then just have it playing in the background throughout the entire day. And students will pick up on that information as they're listening to it and working, and it just engages the students in a completely different way. And I just thought it was extremely fun and a great way of integrating social studies and fine arts into the classroom just throughout the entire day. Thanks, guys.